What would have prompted Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau to make offensive remark about Indian agents' alleged involvement in the killing of Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar in Canada? The reason could be political or beyond that. But on Saturday, according to a media report, a top United States diplomat has confirmed that there was shared intelligence among five ICE partners, based on which Trudeau made the remark. There was shared intelligence among five ICE partners that informed Trudeau's public allegation of a potential link between the government of India and the murder of the Canadian citizen. CTV News Channel, Canada's 24-hour all-news network, reported, quoting the US Ambassador to Canada, David Cohen, as saying, "What is Five Eyes Network? Five Eyes Network is an intelligence alliance consisting of the United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and New Zealand. It is both surveillance-based and signals intelligence." It was on September 18th that Trudeau made the explosive allegation of the potential involvement of Indian agents in the killing of designated Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Nijjar, who had Canadian citizenship, was killed in Surrey in British Columbia on June 18th. India had rejected Trudeau's allegations as absurd and motivated. It also expelled a senior Canadian diplomat in a tit-for-tat move to Canada's expulsion of an Indian official over the case. In 2020, India had designated Nijjar, 45 years old, as a terrorist. The CTV's report is based on its exclusive interview on CTV's program Question Period with Vasi Kapelos. This is what was CTV quoted Cohen as saying. There was shared intelligence among five ICE partners that helped lead Canada to make the statements that the Prime Minister made. In the days since, as diplomatic tensions continue to ratchet up, from Canada reassessing its staffing in India to India suspending visa service for Canadians, there have been swirling questions about what intelligence is at the center of this story, who was aware of it and when. The CTV report quoted Cohen as saying. It further added that while Cohen would not comment on whether the intelligence informing the Canadian government's investigation was both human and surveillance-based, or whether it included signals intelligence of Indian diplomats, the US envoy to Canada did say there was shared intelligence among five ICE partners that helped lead Canada to making the statements that the Prime Minister made. This is the first admission by any US government official about the sharing of intelligence by five ICE partners with Canada, even when there were multiple unofficial and non-official reports about the same. The CTV report also mentioned that there were reports from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, CBC, and the Associated Press that the intelligence Trudeau was speaking of did not come from Canada alone, and that additional information was provided by an unspecified member of the Intelligence Sharing Alliance. Cohen made this comment while denying a Washington Post report alleging that weeks before Trudeau's bombshell declaration, Canada asked its closest allies, including the US, to publicly condemn the murder, and that overture was rebuffed, the CTV said. Cohen's comments came as Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the US is deeply concerned about the allegations raised by Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau against India and Washington. He said the US was closely coordinating with Canada on the issue and wants to see accountability in the case. Speaking at a press conference in New York on Friday, Blinken said the US had engaged directly with the Indian government on the issue, and the most productive thing would be the completion of this investigation. We have been consulting throughout very closely with our Canadian colleagues, and not just consulting, coordinating with them on this issue. And from our perspective, it is critical that the Canadian investigation proceed And it would be important that India work with the Canadians on this. We want to see accountability, and it's important that the investigation run its course and lead to that result, Blinken said. But this is what India's Ministry of External Affairs said on September 23rd. No specific information has been shared by Canada on the Hardeep Singh Nijjar killing case, either then or before or after. We have made it very clear we are willing to look at any specific information.